like I'm mocking you when we're together here?
Yeah. I feel so mogged.
I think that's true.
I think it's true.
I think it's 12.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Albie, tonight's a big State of the Union. So we won't stay on that for too long because by the time tomorrow's here, but
Yeah.
this freaking thing about the hockey team and people being so incensed about them and saying...
It's really insane because, like, I mentioned this briefly. You know, I like that figure skater who's so wonderful, who's Chinese American, the one who didn't take Chinese money, and she won the gold, and she's so great. She has, like, zebra striped hair and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she's completely woke. So all the lefties say stuff like, oh, like, if MAGA knew how woke she was, then they'd hate her. Like, but I don't hate her, though, actually. I just think she's really lovely and happens to have probably stupid political opinions like many young people. And it doesn't worry me or bother me at all. I spend zero time thinking about what her political views are and trying to take mine from them. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's an American athlete. I think she's awesome. I'm rooting for her. I, like, don't care what her political beliefs are. But the left has this problem where they can only decide what to think about anything on the basis of how that relates to Donald Trump. Because they have a mental illness, a bunch of them now, and they can't, all roads lead back to Trump. They can't decide what to think about the U.S. men's team winning the hockey gold medal in the Olympics for the first time in 46 years. They can't decide what to think about it until they know.
What?
I don't think it's to us.
It's okay. Okay.
I don't think it's to us. It's just kids playing. They can't decide what to think about that gold medal and the gold medal hockey team and Team USA until they know how those people feel about Trump. They can't, that's what their opinions are based on. They have no other metric for measuring anything. Everything is about how it relates to Donald Trump because they've given up on reality and they're now living only in the reality of Orange Man Bad and all this stuff. And they can't let it go even for a second. Even for, you know, we talked about how we're not even like into hockey and we spend some time watching the hockey game.
Yep.
If you can't like be emotional about that and have good positive feelings about the hockey, there's something deeply, deeply wrong with you. But of course, a bunch of lefties have decided to go on Twitter and reveal to everybody how deeply broken and insane they are. This is my most favorite one that I found this morning that I like could not wait to read this to you because I was like so blown away by this huge Substack post. The first thing I did when I came in the studio was like, please let him not have taken down the Substack post because that would be like terrible if I lost this post because of course I didn't take the time to screenshot it or anything. This was written by somebody named Avery Beaumont who appears to be a trans guy, so a girl who's a guy. Annoying New Yorker, writes for a bunch of stuff. MA candidate, BU alum, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. He, him, pronouns, whatever. Anyway, writes a Substack. The tweet that announces this Substack it says, "This one's a little more personal." It's a effing scary time on hockey Twitter right now. But I want to make sure we don't become utterly hopeless. Give it a read. It's an effing scary time on hockey Twitter right now. It's very
and just the preface is great. Like, okay, guys, I don't usually like to be this serious and dark, but afraid I gotta.
Now, the Substack piece itself is entitled, "Don't Let Them Effing Take It From You." A message for hockey fans in the wake of Team USA's gold medal win at the 2026 Winter Olympics. Like, what? Hockey is so much more than a game. It's a fact we all know from lived experience. If you've ever watched your team win at home, caught a double overtime playoff game on FaceTime with your friends, or cried as medals were placed around your favorite player's necks, you know. The emotions around this sport run so high and sink so deep. The game takes us out of our bodies sometimes. It goes beyond players on the ice and beyond
dude, get to the point. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying just get to the lead, okay?
Hockey.
Rather than build us up a Bartlett Giamatti about the poetry involved in the sport and the many emotions that we run through, rather than the long setup to tell us how it's all been shattered, just get to the shattering.
Hockey can be this collective feeling in the air, a communal triumph or defeat, a chance to come together as one to celebrate and mourn. In the wake of Team USA's gold medal win at the 2026 Winter Olympics, men's ice hockey discourse has trended towards the latter. There's a somber cloud around us now. The way we talk about this game may never be the same after this week.
There's a somber cloud around us?
Did you watch the same thing? A bubble has been popped, so to speak, as NHL fans watch the men they've come to support.
Thankfully, though, all metaphors have been freed to use in this piece.
The men they've come to support and root for pop bottles with FBI Director Kash Patel and trade jokes about the women's game with U.S. President Donald Trump. Now, as the roster likely heads to Washington, D.C. to attend the State of the Union on Tuesday night, we must contend with the unavoidable. While anyone with a brain will tell you hockey's claim of being apolitical is a myth, that myth has carried us through some of the darkest moments of this sport in the past few years. Online progressive hockey fans have relied on the lack of social commentary from players as a kind of plausible deniability for a while. If a player never publicly supported conservative politicians, this created a safety net for fan consumption where one could assume that their heroes harbored no political malice. Fans would cite players' use of pride tape and throw around PR statements about locker room inclusivity as shields. My Blorbo would never became a refrain whenever an Instagram following list revealed.
It's not really about the skating in the goals, is it?
Apparently not. I've been doing this all wrong because I thought that, like, to be a hockey fan, you had to, like, care about the hockey part.
Right.
But I guess it was just, if I could go around assuming that hockey players agreed with me politically, I could have claimed to be a hockey fan this whole time. Your fave is problematic. The fans argued like lawyers advocating blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so this person's they're sad now. So they're upset that all the new hockey fans coming to hockey from heated rivalry are going to be disappointed in the true seedy underbelly of the sport.
Have we disrupted the collective feeling in the air?
Yeah, the feeling of triumph and joy that they all felt together.
There's another good one here. There's a picture of Quinn. What's his name? Jack
Hughes.
Quinn Hughes, his brother. Mm-hmm. They're like just looking forlorn on the bench at some point, and so they got this. And it says, "This is Quinn Hughes, 8 minutes into the State of the Union, realizing he just sacrificed a lifetime of goodwill to watch an elderly man with dementia ramble about tariffs while the Shattuck brothers sit next to him and giggle, pointing out all the spots QAnon shaman bleeped on January 6th.
Wow.
Man. All the goodwill's gone? They lose it? They're not allowed to?
It's all gone. The Atlantic staff writer freaked out about this. There also has been, who else? Was this the Washington Post that they did this to? Oh, no, sorry, the New York Times, The Athletic wrote, the U.S. men's hockey team won Olympic gold for the first time since the Miracle on Ice 46 years ago. And for a time, the joy belonged to everyone, our columnist writes. By the next day, it didn't. Their triumph is now attached to Trump. His track record suggests it won't be used to celebrate everyone. It's more likely to be framed as dominance than shared aspiration. Like, you guys, not everything has to be about you and Trump. You can just be happy that Team USA won. And they're, like, mad about them all, singing the national anthem in some club and calling the bottle service girls strippers or something because they're mad.
Yep.
What's to be... Honestly, I have to say, even though I knew that, like, Canadians would be upset, and they were on, like, Canadian Reddit, that the USA beat them because it would have sent such a great message if they beat Big Bad America. Even though I knew that, it's still, like, somehow I didn't predict the possibility that when faced with such an incredible feel-good moment, the left would come out staunchly against it.
Well, it is interesting that it's just another thing to use to feed the hysteria, to feed the beast, right? Mm-hmm. It's just another thing to use to be more angry and upset. It's just another new East Wing ballroom. It's just another Qatari-free airplane.
They laughed about Trump making a joke about the women's team. Like, they like the women's team. It's fine. Trump was going to invite them, too. They didn't want to go. Like, what's the big deal?
In this whole thing, I've seen a whole bunch
they laughed.
I've seen a whole bunch say, there's still time to apologize. There's still time to distance yourself. There's still time to... There's still time for you to be like us. Absolutely joyless, full of SSRIs and birth control pills, fallout, and and boxed wine, and rage, and yard signs, and standing around on overpasses saying no kings. You still could join our team. And these dudes are like in clubs in Miami having the time of their lives.
They're like not sorry at all.
Yeah, and like they were on this
such insane behavior.
And they're on this presidential plane this morning. That like the first tweet was like at 10 a.m. They're on the plane, like crushing Mick Ultras. These guys, you know what that I've noticed about this hockey team? They seem to be good at two things: hockey and having fun.
Yeah,
these guys don't need your entreaty. They're not on the SSRIs that you're on.
You could be on the right side of history.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just insane behavior. And then, so the NHL...
Fine, you're at the Miami club where over 300 absolute knockout 10.0 chicks are all over you while you're doing these great shots and being feted and singing the country music songs in the national anthem and being celebrated with a room full of goodwill, or you could be on our side with the SSRI side.
You could get shot by ice like us.
Yes, you could, like and Kelly Keegs. It's not funny. This is not funny.
Well, and did you see this thing? So the suits at the NHL obviously are scared about this. And they don't really have anything to do with the Olympics, but they're like scared because people are mad at hockey players. So they tweeted out today about some hockey player that I've never heard of, Dylan Strome, who, like a photo of him and his daughter at Disneyland, saying Dylan Strome is the ultimate girl dad.
Oh, really?
The NHL tweeted this out. And the responses to it, they had to delete the tweet. Because the responses to it are all like, oh, NHL, damage control, this, that. Do you think like he'll apologize? Blah, blah, blah. And this dude wasn't even at the Olympics, is Canadian, even though he plays for like the Washington, D.C. team. Like he's Canadian, but he wasn't even at the Olympics. He has nothing to do with the Olympics.
But
they just tweeted that he's a girl dad. And they're so mad that they like all yelled at the NHL until they deleted the tweet about him hanging out with his daughters at Disneyland because they saw it as some kind of like damage control response to the quote misogyny of the men's hockey team.
The person I go to from about hockey analysis is Don Lemon Alice, and he is not happy.
And look, I don't understand why anyone would want to be in the vicinity of this president at all. I'm just being honest. If they called on the phone call, I would say no thanks. Do you want to take the call? No. Tell them to call someone else. I'm not interested in being part of this. I'm not interested in being part of this when he is not a patriot and he doesn't care about this country. He doesn't care about the people of this country. He certainly doesn't.
He doesn't?
If you look at the citizens who are being rounded up, if you look at what he's doing to the economy, what he's done to healthcare, he doesn't care about this country. So why should I be?
Are the citizens being rounded up?
No.
Not sure if you look at them, doesn't care about healthcare, doesn't care, like, last time the guy was president, all the stuff got better until it didn't. Doesn't care about, shut the.
Smiling and kikiing, no. Not interested. I'll go party and celebrate somewhere else. I'll wait till I get home to go and party and celebrate with my family. And maybe like a real president. Maybe one day Barack Obama will come to our games. And look.
The funny thing is that this guy, he doesn't like them. This guy went to a church and he yelled at people in the church about white supremacy. And so we're going to go where Don Lemon is, having the fun that Don Lemon wants to have. Like, his idea of fun is not fun. He's a miserable psycho small brain. It's just like amazing. Who do you want to hang out with more? That guy or this? at a swanky nightclub in Miami.
Yeah.
But they're all doing that. And they called them the pole dancing girls or whatever they are. But
I think they're bottle service girls.
yeah, they're
based
just
on my
sexy
research.
girls.
Yes.
And they also have their hands in their hearts singing the song.
Yeah.
So, it's all a room full of great and positive stuff. But Donald is like, why don't you just, I'd rather just hang out and yell at the people in the church of white supremacists. Donald Trump doesn't care about us. By the way, what kind of grown man says like that about a president? He doesn't care about us. What? All smiles. What a dark and terrible place to be. Imagine that. Youth exuberance, wall-to-wall beautiful women. They're smoking.
Apologize now. It's not too late. Join us.
You're with a fascist xenophobe. He's a pedo. Shut the Oh. Of course, by the way, they came to the Oval Office today. And there's no president better suited. You could have President Bobby Orr in the Oval Office. There's no president better suited for a championship patriotic hockey team than Donald Trump to be there. Because he himself thinks it's all really cool. He thinks that these guys overpowering the Canadians is cool. He likes the guys who fight and who lose teeth.
Okay. Do you think there will be a chant of 51st state at the State of the Union tonight?
Of Canada?
About Canada.
Oh, no.
I don't know. It
I
does
can tell
bother
you
them
one
a
thing.
lot. It does bother
The
them a lot.
USA men's hockey team has been imbibing. It will have been just about 12 hours.
Okay. Okay.
So anything can happen.
There's one more like taking care of business thing I want to get to, a follow-up from yesterday's news story about the BAFTA awards. Did you see this at all? The Google News Alert stuff?
No.
So, you know how you get on your phone those little like news alerts that pop up? That's like just a
Yeah,
headline.
I
Like you get a
rolled
little
up.
push notification
Yeah.
that pops up. So Google has now apparently apologized because they sent out a push notification that was AI generated based on the news story that said
I'm expecting what I'm expecting.
it said, according to the news story, it said, and the screenshots people have of it, it says, see more on N-words. So the, you know, because it has like, see more about
Yes.
this, see more.
We're still honing it. We're still honing it. That's
So maybe don't, I'm very AI optimistic, but maybe don't trust it to do everything just yet.
is Trump with the fellas.
Huh? I love you. I'll put it on you. Absolutely. I'm not giving it back.
He got one of the team guys gave him his gold medal.
I'll trade you that for a pen.
Hey, that's cool. There we go. I never thought I'd ever have this on my.
He thinks it's cool.
Yeah, of course he does. Who wouldn't think it's cool, though? That's the problem.
Yes.
That's the problem with the left.
Yes. Yes. Did you see? Oh, I don't want to move on. Unless we going to move on?
I mean, do you have more on this?
Not really. Did you see the video that I sent of the leftist woman trying to help the homeless person?
Yes,
and
I
he
did see
tries to
this.
stab and rape her right in the middle of the street.
This has been more on the discourse about like public disorder and the left being mad that people for some reason don't like public disorder.
Right. So this is a woman. She's trying to help this progressive, and this goes back to what we talked about maybe even just 2 days ago, when I was overly rude to the homeless woman because I used to live in the city, and I was just like, I learned they made me
Give an inch.
exactly.
You all right?
The homeless person wakes up.
Fine. Okay.
He's not grabbing her.
We're good.
You all right?
Okay.
She's saying we're good.
Fine. Yep. We're doing okay.
He's getting her in a
Chill out.
headlock.
Relax.
We're
He's
good, we're
pulling
good.
her hair.
All right.
His hands are all over her face.
Social distance. Yep.
He's obviously
Are you
nuts.
okay?
Calm down.
Okay, stop.
Calm down.
Stop.
He's not feeling
Stop,
your
stop.
face.
Calm
He's
down.
touching
Okay, dear.
her.
Calm down.
So, dear.
Calm down. Calm down.
Yes.
Calm down.
You're
Let,
good.
let go of her. Let go of her. Let go of her. Let go of
It's
her.
okay. Everything's okay, dear.
Maybe it's a lady. I don't even know.
Everything's okay.
Are you okay?
She's being very physical. She's very, very physical with her face and like in her
Yeah.
neck. She's like, all right. You can tell she's getting pissed off.
Are you
Lady.
waking up?
The look of joy is gone
All right.
now.
Okay.
Stop.
And she is now saying, we're good, because she's being embraced now. And
Right, but who films themselves going to accost a homeless person to
Right.
help them, quote unquote?
right.
Calm down. Calm down, lady. Calm down. What are you doing?
I think I'm okay. Oh my gosh. We're snuggling.
Getting kissed now.
All right.
Would you like a cigarette? There you go. Thank you.
You need this though.
I'm okay.
She's still all over
I
her.
think you're dying.
Okay.
Doesn't know you.
Yeah, we were just trying to help you
Now,
there.
her hands are around her neck. And like, okay, how many times you want to? Do you think that we haven't? Do you think that society doesn't act a certain way, like for a reason?
Yeah, they do. They do think that, somebody had a post of still surrounding this whole like homeless people discourse in New York, where he said, having a baby really changed my mind about this stuff. Unwell people experiencing episodes on public transit. I went from whatever looked the other way when I was just a sturdy adult man on my own to being like, F, this guy's going to kill my baby who's strapped to me. And somebody reposted it, a lefty, and said, having a baby made me fascist is a real phenomenon. That's why we must abolish the nuclear family.
That's
Homeless
great.
people have children too. Homeless people are sometimes children. Instead of thinking of them as human, you're falling into racist and classist anxiety. Okay, so once again, just like they see normal people enjoying a hockey game or like a big gold medal thing and being happy and think, how can we get on the other side of this? They
Yes.
see like normal, mentally well people with families that don't want to be exposed to insane homeless people. And they're like, how can we solve this problem by getting these mentally okay people out of
Yes.
here? How can we make them be more a part of our general disturbance and mess and disaster and toxicity that we like to have as our society? They think that's like a problem to be solved.
Well, yeah, and they also have built in their animus belongs to other people. Listen to this is a group on The View talking about angel moms.
Oh, I think we're actually getting a little preview of kind of the theme of his address later today at the White House when he hosts the so-called angel moms.
So-called.
So really focusing on immigration.
When he hosts the so-called angel moms, they're not they don't like brown people. We're not centering the angel moms, the so-called angel moms. It's like, how vile are these? And that's the whole point. Somewhere along the line, and it's the right's fault. It's probably the boomers mostly. It's the right's fault because we open the door, probably through affirmative action, really. We open the door to allow these people to gain any entrance into any corner considered serious. And they're not serious. They're not serious people. They're insane. And they're nutbags. I think if anybody hasn't seen the movie About a Boy, the character of the mother, I forgot her name. What's her name? Do you remember? Anyway, she's a great actress. Of the mother she is progressivism, and it's not meant to be taken seriously, and it's self-destructive, and it's unwell, and that's who that is.
Right, and it's okay for unwell psycho people to exist in small numbers and think they're psycho things. Like, you can have a few like Code Pink type people running around and crazy
Yes.
people running around who have delusional ideas about the way reality works. What you can't have is an actual society run by those people because their
No.
ideas are incredibly destructive.
Oh, Marcus is really attractive. Have you seen him recently?
Who?
Kid who played Marcus?
Oh, he's in some memes lately. He's in some other show.
He's like the best looking guy ever.
He's not that good looking.
Dude. Come on.
Not my thing.
It's your thing.
It's not my thing.
Yes, it is.
No.
You like Marcus. Find that attractive.
Oh.
Okay, what else we got, Elby?
So speaking of having kids.
Are you preggers again?
No, thank goodness, no. But I just saw an interesting thing. So you know how like I'm all about the birth rate and like that the birth rate needs to be higher or society's gonna collapse kind of thing. So there was a recent study that found that giving men a pay raise leads to them having more children, but giving women a pay raise leads to them having fewer children.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
And somebody pointed out that that's like very similar actually to the effect of like the GI Bill post World War II when we did have the baby boom and stuff. That when we essentially had like a stimulus just for men, that people did have more kids. And I think that's really interesting because it's essentially a complete non-starter politically. To say that you would give men a baby bonus, like that you would give men a big stimulus check
Right.
to have babies, would be a political impossibility. Can you imagine trying to sell that politically?
No. I mean, who are they going to impregnate? The
Well, yeah, it's going to be
Handmaid's Tale?
It's going to be Handmaid's Tale,
Yeah, yeah.
horror all
Yeah.
over the place. There's no way. And even like conservatives like the chat is saying, oh boy, Gay Tom is back again.
not
Burn
true.
Barrel is finally just Tom talking about hot guys. Tim Higgins says bingo.
Incorrect. Dude, check him out. I mean, don't check him
so
out.
anyway.
Search him up, all right? Don't check him out.
So anyway.
I'm officially
you're
a
really
man
into-
wearing a
have
fat
you
gay
seen
man
the-
wearing sandals in P-Town looking at like with the young chickens walking in. Check him out. That's not what I meant. It's about a boy. It's about the movie about a boy. The kid was a terrible looking, weird looking kid.
So anyway,
You're gay.
so I guess the point is that the only thing that can save the birth rates possibly would never fly politically. But
Yeah.
it's interesting, but it does make sense kind of when you think about it. Because if you give women a pay raise, then they have more incentive not to go have kids.
Right.
But like women like to stay home with kids. So if there's more guys that have more money to have kids with, then they're more likely to want to be able to do that.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Dakota and Braintree tweeted out, new spot just opened in Braintree, brought to you by Leo, the owner of Alba in Quincy. You know Leo?
No.
We used to broadcast from Alba when I was on Herald Radio. He's a great guy, big conservative.
Oh, I think the chat had talked about this last time you
A
mentioned
little
it.
crazy. He's a great man. It's called Leo's Place, right near the Braintree Five Corners. Damn,
Nice.
that's good. Holy crap. Who knew Dakota and Braintree would affect my life? You familiar with Dakota and Braintree, Alice?
No.
I apologize to you 1,000 times, Dakota. Oh, that's right. That's what I wanted to do. I'm. By the way, Tim, Tommy, Steve, anybody there who's been a Howie Carr fan, I was telling my daughter a story of how I got the attention of the music director of, back then it was Star 93.7. I got into radio at the front desk. I was a male front desk receptionist. So I had to, my first order of business
Yeah,
is...
Splash in the chat says Leo's a good friend of his dad.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great. Leo's great. So, so when I got into the radio business, my first thing I had to do was get noticed by the people in programming. So the people who were actually in the studios where you needed a special key card to get in, like the cool part, the part where I saw Howie Carr walking around. So I'd try to get myself in there any way as possible. I deliver paper to them, whether or not they needed papers. Like it didn't matter, anywhere. And so this guy at Star 93.7, he used to Rob Tyler was his name. He didn't love it when fans would recognize him because a lot of times there were fans who were like not okay, and they'd see him. They'd come to the front desk picking up contest prizes, whatever, and they'd say, "Oh, Rob Tyler," and run to him, and he hated it. He didn't want it. So I don't blame him. So anyway, he'd come and talk to me sometimes, as he'd say, "These people can pick up these tickets. If they come and ask for me, tell them I'm not here." That kind of thing. So I don't mind him. He was kind of a fun guy. I could hear him on the radio and then see his voice as the first big radio guy I knew. And I decided that I wanted Rob Tyler, the music director of Star 93.7. I wanted, he was talking to me. So there was one guy in programming who was talking to me. So that's good. So I decided to try to impress him. He was hanging out with me at the front desk one time. And he had a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. All the Star 93.7 people were all Dunkin' Donuts. Star 93.7 was disco, 70s, 80s, 90s, adult contemporary pop, kind of. It was a very gay station, very gay following. This just has nothing to do with me. This is not why Rob Tyler was not gay. I was not gay either. So anyway, I decided to get when he threw his Dunkin' Donuts cup out in the trash that was behind me. And so I took the Dunkin' Donuts cup and I put it on eBay with this description saying, "Superstar radio music director Rob Tyler's once used Dunkin' Donuts cup," and I dressed it up, whatever, and got it up on eBay and sent him the link, and he thought it was hilarious. We thought it was hilarious, and it was talked about it for a few days on the air. So I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm now doing something here from this chair that's ending up on the air.
Did someone buy it?
I don't think so. Or if maybe I did. I don't think so. But maybe somebody did. But anyway, so that was like huge to me. And he actually came to my house one time, and
he liked your bit.
He liked my bit, and I had a few people knew that my brother and I lived on Beacon Hill, so we had a 4th of July party. Invited Rob and a couple of girls, including a couple of cute sales girls, and they all came. Whatever. They all assumed I was gay anyway, because I was the male receptionist. So it doesn't matter. So anyway, so Rob hung out, and then he got cold feet. But the funny thing is that that's the last time I actually cut some friends off before Rob came over. Cut some friends off that I'd known for like 10 years at that point, who were like barflies, because I couldn't.
Dr. Cheswick says my last flight to Taiwan took less time than this.
Well, actually, that's too bad because this isn't even the story that I mean to get to.
I can't just land the plane already.
Okay, that plane. Okay, forget it. It doesn't matter. So that's Rob Tyler. But the reason I want credit for you, I'm thinking about things that I did that affected radio. So I eventually got into WRKO. There was a scandal involving the Celtics, and the director of operations then leaked something to the press, so they fired him immediately. And then they hired me to be kind of a place filler, but I didn't know anything about radio, so but they thought I was competent and knew I wanted to be there. So they said, "You go to WRKO and you do all the administrative stuff." Then the program director leaves. So there's nobody. So they say, "Tom, just run the ship while people are gone." So I'm like the administrative guy. I don't know anything about radio. I got helped by a lot of people who were just really great to me. But the biggest thing I did,
I'm listening.
The biggest thing I did was I was talking to Howie and Nancy, and it was Nancy Shack was his producer. And I said, "Howie, how come you never play the Scondress thing anymore? Do you know what the Scondress thing is?"
No.
It's this guy named this congressman named Scondress made this coughing sound one time on the radio, and it sounded or on a 911 call, and it sounded like alternative sex. So Howie used it as a drop to mean gay sex at the time.
Tommy in New Hampshire says you can buy Rob Tyler Burn Barrel merch at burnbarrelpodcast.com.
No, Tommy. So anyway, I said, "How come you never play this Scondress anymore? That noise that meant gay stuff, like homosexual stuff." So anytime they had to talk about gay stuff, they'd play this gay grunt. And Howie and Nancy said, because the two program directors ago banned it. They said because it was like homophobic. And I said, "Well, start playing it again." And they said, "You sure you have the authority?" I said, "Yeah, just start playing it again." And so they brought it back. So what I want to say is this. I'm responsible for not only Rob Tyler's greatest week, but the Scondrus return. I just remembered that today, and I thought anybody who...
That's important.
If you're a Howie Carr guy, that is important. I brought back Scondrus.
Tim and Gaines' biggest thing I did was not get laid.
Well, I did not get... There was some of that.
But Mark, it says the Scondrus sound was a Howie staple for years. And Tim and Gaines says, yep.
Yes. So there you go. That's my legacy, Alice. When I pass...
This will come up in your...
Remember Scondrus.
In your elegy.
And if he's still... my elegy? If he's still alive,
eulogy,
bring him to be the keynote speaker at my funeral, please. All right.
Your eulogy.
All right.
Sorry.
See, can AI do that, Alice? No.
AI cannot do that.
No. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I got that in. Why is it funny? Are you laughing with me?
Yes.
Because you remind me of a certain columnist named Rube Goldberg.
I enjoy the chat. Tommy in New Hampshire says you owe him 20 minutes of his life for that story.
I brought Scondrus back. And by the way, I should also mention that
Tim again wants to know what the story has to do with the Duncan Cup.
The two different stories. I affected FM and AM. And Star 93.7 eventually, it was very funny because they fired everybody. They had two meetings one day. They brought all of us. All of us had to have everybody in the cluster. EEI, RKO, WAAF, and Star 93.7.
This was to become like Mike FM or whatever.
Well, for all of us, it was a big announcement that they did at the guest quarters hotel. So we're all sitting in this big ballroom. Except in the Star 93.7 people, including Rob Tyler, they brought to a different conference room. In there, they just fired them all. But for us, it was a big announcement that Star 93.7 was now Mike FM. Right. Which was just a bloody day in radio history. The only guy they kept from Star 93.7 was Fast Freddie Murphy. Anyway, the gay guy, who they thought would be a good envoy for when the gay people start yelling at us. And they called, and I was at the front desk, so I took all the calls. They were like, where the hell is Star 93.7? Where's the morning show? Where's the Rob Tyler show? They wouldn't, you don't piss them off. And I was the only person there to take the calls. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So.
Splash had to wait out of the story end. Ken said it hasn't yet.
What story? No, okay. So the Dunkin' Donuts story was a big. The story
Tommy
ended.
in New Hampshire wants to know if you're on your period.
No, the story what happened was, so the Rob Tyler thing ended because he came to my house for the party. There was a cute sales girl at the party. She was big time into him. He got spooked by that, even though she was very attractive. And he never hung out again because he got spooked by that, and he didn't want to be seen as another Greg Hill. And I'll leave that right there.
Okay.
But those guys will know who that is. He didn't want to be seen as somebody who purportedly was having a dalliance with another sales girl. That was the thing right there. So anyway, he never hung out with me again. That was the end of Rob Tyler. So Howie I'm still with. I'm back with now. Nancy Shack is gone. She's at WBZ. And any other loose ends I need to tie up? 93.7 Mike FM was whacked out and became the FM.
Is the Scondrus sound still in use today?
I haven't heard it. If it is in use, I haven't heard it in a while.
Wow.
You guys would probably know. I could call for it when I'm in for Howie next time. But 93.7 turned into WEAI FM. And it did that about 5 years too late, which is why the big show died, which it shouldn't have. Just absolutely terrible. Okay, ready?
Ready.
EIFM is where, of course, Kirk got huge.
We know.
Okay. Anything else you need to know? Okay.
Tim and Kansas, the hamster on the wheel in your brain is going to die of exhaustion.
Okay, here we go. This is the shit. If you have any other questions about...
That's how I feel a lot of the time, is there's a lot of like stuff happening in my day.
Did I tell you about the great guys? Who was the great sports? Bob Newmeyer. Did I tell you the Bob Newmeyer stories? Do you guys want to hear it or no? Ask if they want to hear it.
Guys, do you want to hear the story of
Do you know
the
Bob
great
Newmeyer,
Bob Newmeyer story?
Do you know him? Knew me?
No.
You don't know him?
No.
Okay, I'll start here, and if they say they want to hear it, they can hear it.
Hey, Billy from Manchester.
Hey,
you know,
Billy.
not 24 hours since I praised Tom about not interjecting himself into the, basically giving himself a gold medal. He stopped by giving himself a gold medal and interjecting his life story to the USA hockey team. But a mere 24 hours, 23 hours later, a guy with Tourette's says something stupid, and then Tom's got to immediately say how he relates to Camp Crystal Lake and how he was, him and his buddies were like Revenge of the Nerds looking into the peepholes at showers. I mean, this guy is just unbelievable.
You said you were looking into windows.
No, it wasn't me. That wasn't me. I have names for you, but that wasn't me. That particular time. Can somebody let the dog out? Hold on. Let me text the one person possibly can, but I don't know if to let the dog out.
Somebody will do it for sure.
Okay. That wasn't me. But the woman was beautiful, and Lady Bird was featured on TV.
Here's Tom accepting his BAFTA award. I'd like to thank the British people for nominating me for this award and for all their help in...
Are you all right over there?
I don't know. I actually think it's got faint for a second. Okay. Let me hear that again.
Here's Tom accepting his BAFTA award. I'd like to thank the British people for nominating me for this award and for all their help in...
How dare you reduce me? I brought back Scondras. God damn it. I will have respect.
What was the last one?
Paul, I think.
For all their help in...
That was good.
Okay. I am being left with.
Yeah.
Did they want to hear about New Me or
Billy
what?
from Manchester.
Nothing?
I don't know. Tim and Canton said Tom definitely has a Bob Gamere story. 100%. I don't know what that means.
You don't know what that means?
No.
Bob Gamere was a big ladies' man, and the assumption is that I would have hung out with him, and we would have grabbed a lot of chicks, probably in Boston in the back.
Oh.
So that's what that is. That's who he is.
Hey, Billy from Manchester.
Hey, Billy.
By no means is this a peace offering, but
Yes.
I've been a little harsh lately. So we have a new restaurant that opened down here, a barbecue place. It's fantastic,
Ooh.
and it's fantastic sauces. I'm going to send the two of you some hot sauce and some of their secret sauce they call.
Wow.
So enjoy.
Thank you, Billy.
I don't know when it's going to happen. I gotta go there and pick it up. But again, not a peace offering. I will continue to bludgeon the two of you. But I just felt like you'll appreciate this.
Thank you. Ooh.
Valley, that's nice. Now, when he says, did he say down here? So did we decide he's like currently
Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay, thank you, Billy. That's very nice. Hot sauces will not go to waste. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, Tom, Alice, Tom Thomas in here.
Tom.
Hope you guys managed the snowstorm. Got about 14 inches in my part of Connecticut, Northwest Connecticut.
Yeah.
Just wanted to comment on Billy. Comment about the hope he pleases the fans. I'm a big fan.
Yep.
Even though the first time I called in, I had a terrible call, and Billy just roasted me.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, who is this guy? Man, he is going after me. Of course, I didn't like that, going after me, but he is very funny. Keep it up, Billy.
I agree.
45.
I agree, Tom. And by the way, the chat has been like ridiculously funny.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's all about you. That's why you love it. That's right. If you guys, I hope you've learned by now that if you make your message about Tom's lore, that Tom thinks that's the greatest thing ever.
That's not true. How dare you? Fat fucking chud.
Some people in the chat do say they want to hear the new me story.
You didn't hear my insult to you? You didn't hear my fat fucking chud insult to you?
I heard you.
I learned about that from Sally. No, that's my new insult to you. Thoughts? So here's the Numi story. Numi is he didn't used to say much at all ever to me. I was a front desk guy. He had other stuff going on. But one time, every once a month in the in my job as the male receptionist, I used to want to shoot myself in the head or hang myself in the closet. That was during Cupcake Day, where I had to get on the horn, the icing on the cake in, where are they? Newton or whatever. They would bring in these cupcakes, which if you're a cupcake guy, they're good. I mean, good frosting, whatever. But they'd be themed, so they'd be like Super Bowl themed or soccer themed, whatever. And I would have to receive the cupcakes and then make the Cupcake Day announcement. Mm-hmm. Hi, everybody. Today is the first Thursday of the month, and that means it's Cupcake Day. Please come down to the front desk and enjoy your cupcakes. Once again, it's Cupcake Day. Once in a while, the management would come and say, make the announcement again. But amazingly, grown adults would stampede to the front. Like people like Felger would stampede to the front for Cupcake Day cupcakes, which already I'm like, I am 31 doing a Cupcake Day announcement. Already I want to end it. And now I'm surrounded by like grown adults who are excited about the cupcakes, and they're like, "Oh, football rated, Tom. Are they good? Are the vanilla ones good? Is this one good?" And I'm like, I just want to self-immolate right now. You're asking me which cupcakes are good, and they were like, "Oh, this one has a little football on it." Oh, like, you kidding me? It's frigging cupcakes. So anyway, one Cupcake Day, I'm like, oh, Jesus. The only person who loved Cupcake Day was Howie, who would make multiple trips back and then take a whole bunch home. Which I was happy to be part of, because as far as I was concerned, that was bribing Howie. So anyway, one time for his shift for the afternoon show, Numi comes in. Bob Newmeyer comes in. And this is not a big thing, but it's a very Numi thing. And I said, hey, Numi, it's Cupcake Day. He comes up to me and he says, and leans over the front and looking down the cupcakes, he says, I don't eat that stuff. And then just walked away. And that's very Numi, a very Numi thing, you know, to let me know he doesn't touch it. Not that he just doesn't want one now, but I don't eat that stuff. This is my favorite Numi thing. Sometimes to get to Entercom, to get to the station, I would walk over the Longfellow Bridge, get the Red Line to Harvard, and then walk across the river to get there. So one day I'm doing this. I'm walking over the Longfellow Bridge in the morning. Numi is walking the other way, Bob Newmeyer. He's got his shirt off. He had been jogging. He's got his shirt off. He's sweaty. And I say, hey. And he goes, hi. But he was just walking, and we passed each other. We said hi to each other. Then he comes in hours later for his shift.
Uh-huh.
And he comes in, and instead of going straight to the studio, walks up to me at the front desk and says, by the way, I'm usually running. Just so I would know that, I caught him walking. That's not the norm. Normally, he's running. I'm usually running. And that's it. That's all I have for Numi. All right.
Who is Mark Parento?
I think he was a BCN guy, Parento. He had a. I think the word on him is, or is this like, is it maybe he?
So they let me know who that other person
Bob
is.
Gamere?
Yeah. And,
Parento, I think, might have been. Did he have a thing with kids? Is that what's the legend?
Tom said, so me and Mark Parento were hanging out at a middle school, and somebody said, Tom Shattuck, Bob Gamere, and Mark Parento, the holy trinity of Boston radio. Splash also said, Tom, any stories about Larry Glick or any other radio personalities we haven't thought about?
I do have. I had
since 1986.
Whoa. I used to be a Larry Glick caller. I had a Glick University t-shirt, a 254-5678. Absolutely Larry Glick. And I was a big Larry. I had the Larry Glick pen and the Glick University t-shirt. I was huge into him because I had my bike, and Bob Raleigh did a story about, this is WBZ, about some kid who lost his bike somewhere, and my mother used to listen to Bob Raleigh in WBZ and said, some boy lost his bike. And my mother really, because pressured me to give my bike to Bob Raleigh so the other kid who didn't have one could have one. And I did, and that's where I got all the merch and stuff. I brought it to Bob Raleigh's house in Burlington with my mom. So I got a shout out on the radio, which was all about her, of course. She was being a dance mom, and I was the closest thing to a daughter she had, I guess. And so, yes, I got a whole bunch of merch from that. But yes, indeed. Larry, great. Larry went on to work for Legal Seafood. So did a bunch of radio people, including the guy who used to do the dating show like on Saturday nights. Okay, is that anything else?
I think
this is the worst. Ask me anything. I enjoy it. I'm all for it. I will talk right through the State of the Union if there are more questions. Okay.
Now Splash wants me to stab you.
Yeah, I liked Dave Maynard in the morning.
I don't think that was...
These guys all know who these people are. Mm-hmm. Dave Maynard he was very funny. Did a bunch of He actually came to the Parker House one time in the 90s, absolutely bleep-faced. Something funny?
I don't know what any of this means.
What does it say? Read it. Who's the guy, like Orpheus or whatever, who was with...
Okay, Dr. Cheswick says Arne Woo Ginsberg.
Arnie Ginsberg before my day.
Tom says, Tommy and NH says, Tom, tell me about Guy Manila. Mark says, tell me your Dick Summers story.
I don't think I have a Dick Summers story or Guy Manila. I don't think I know him. I don't know any of the BCN people. Or
he says Jess Kane.
Jess Kane for Jessup. I don't know what that meant, but I love Jess Kane. He was in the mornings on HDH maybe? Yeah. Yeah, that's when HDH would go from like the weather to a talk, something funny. Then they play the Beatles and they
Splash says, I have a great 20-minute story about Bob and Newmeyer, and it's a 10-minute story about him not eating cupcakes.
Yeah, that was him.
He says, did you ever hang out with June Knight?
Yeah, didn't she work June Knight? Didn't she work at the at Greater Media? I think I worked with her at Greater Media, didn't I? Lady D. Diana Steele, Mistress Carey, a bunch of women who are still there. The one who does all the women awards. She used to, what doesn't matter. Candy
O'Terry?
Candy O'Terry, that's right. Candy O'Terry was when they would come in to do, this was great. Hey, Tim, you would have liked this time. Because they made her, because when I was at 96.9, the ratings tanked when the people meters came. It's a long story. Anyway, so they didn't know what to do, so they thought we have to bring in news people to be in the station, in the studio, to have a rapport with Michael Graham. And Candy O'Terry was very self-important as a news person. I think she may be a good conservative, but it didn't matter because she was a self-important radio person, very self-important. And so Graham's sitting over there. I'm behind a glass, and she's also at the table where Michael Graham is. And she would do her news broadcast, and Michael Graham would talk about her breasts on the air, about her. And she was trying not to act offended, but she was offended. And he didn't care. because he didn't know what she was doing there anyway. But when it was time for weather, she would just write on a piece of sticky note, WX, which means weather.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even look back at us and just slam it, stick it to the glass. In other words, get her a printout of the weather, which is such a diva move.
They're saying more names in the chat, but I think we should...
Well, give me more names.
Dale Dorman?
Yeah, he was at RKO when it was music.
Gene Burns?
Before I got there. Gene Burns I missed. He went out to San Francisco. Big libertarian. That was the heyday.
JJ Wright?
I know his name. I don't know him.
David Allen Boucher?
I knew him. I worked with him. Man, people accused him, David Allen Boucher, of stealing the food during his overnights.
Don Kent?
Don Kent, I think, was an old news guy.
Paul Benzaquin?
I used to listen to him, but I don't know him. But David Allen Boucher is he would be the only one at the station doing bedtime magic. Bedtime magic, ladies. David Allen Boucher, night shirts. And I saw the night shirts like in bulk in the promotions area, and I was like, man, these are the vaunted David Allen Boucher night shirts. And all these cougars and moms would buy, win the night shirts and be like, David Allen Boucher was on, because he had like pipes like you read about, but he was a small, short, bald guy. And but he two things about him. One, everybody thought that he was stealing everybody's food in the fridge overnight, which is very possible. And once you start stealing food from the communal fridge, I think it's hard to stop. And two, he was the only one in the building, but he parked with his car facing out, which I always thought was interesting. Anybody else? Are we done? Not a bad guy, by the way, David Allen Boucher. I think he's a conservative too.
Okay.
Is that it?
I think we can move on.
Oh, what a great show this was.
Well, it only took a couple minutes. Billy from Manchester. How do you not know Miss Water Buffalo and Bedrock?
Never heard of
it. And not know that's the Flintstones. I mean, it's one of the
Bedrock.
greatest, if not second greatest, cartoon right around Scooby-Doo. And you're telling me you don't know what that means? I mean, I'm at a loss. 24 seconds.
I didn't know the context for. I know what Bedrock is. I know he works there with Barney Rubble, but wasn't a huge fan. Although, you know what the Flintstones was based off of, Alice?
The Honeymooners.
Right. And guess what Alice comes from?
The Honeymooners.
That's right. To the moon.
To the moon, Alice.
That's right. Now that it's about you, we can end this show.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you for leaving chat messages. It makes Tom very happy. And thank you for asking him all questions about his very important things he's accomplished in his life. You're very appreciated. If you want to join us for the live chat, you can do that at patreon.com/burnbarrel.
C'est la vie.